Hi everyone, welcome to Mindful Crafts and More. I'm Katrina. If this is your first time checking out my channel, welcome. Take a look at this video or any of my other videos, and if you find yourself inspired, join my channel. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. I really appreciate you just hanging out with me for a bit. So, hi everyone. I have good news. I just completed my beautiful knit striped cowl. This is a wonderful project that I embarked upon along with my yarny bestie Pricilla over at Distinctively Handcrafted. So it all started when I purchased a beautiful pickle jar yarn kit from Aberdeen's Wool and Tangled Poets and gifted one to Pricilla. She took a look at it and was instantly inspired and suggested that perhaps we do a series together where we put it together little by little and share that along with you guys. And we initially made a beautiful bias scarf. Mine was a little different from hers, so please go and check her out if you have not already. She did a beautiful shorts series on hers and then um, completed it. And then we embarked upon a second project where we decided to do the striped knit cowl. Both of these recipes were included in the Pickle Jar Yarn Kit. So it was just awesome to just go ahead and take on the challenge and share that with you guys as we went along. Now, Priscilla did hers a little bit different from mine for both of them. And I think that that really is a good thing because then you can see and be inspired. And even if you don't have that exact kit, you can see how you can go about maybe creating something similar or the exact same recipe on your own. Both of these recipes are available for free on Ravelry. So you can go ahead and get them. They are beautiful and you will have a lot of fun just showcasing beautiful yarns. Okay. All right. So, yes, please check out Priscilla's channel if you haven't already done so. And if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and do so and hit the notification bell to all so that whenever she uploads a video, you will be able to check it out. Now, for this particular series and the for both the cowl as well as the bias scarf, she did most of those videos on a shorts series. So please check out her shorts playlist and you will be able to find them. And later I'll talk to you a little bit more about that because I have other people that I would like to shout out. Okay. All right. But for now, let's go ahead and take a look at the progress that I made from the last video to now. And then we can kind of eventually show you my beautiful cowl in real time. Okay, hold on for a minute. I am back. Isn't it awesome? I'm really happy with it. I love the colors. And let's chat for a little bit before I show it to you, okay? So I said in the last video that I was going to put it together using a 3-needle bind off. But as it turns out, using a 3-needle bind off will produce a ridge on the outer portion, which is not what I wanted. I wanted it to be more of a seamless closure with no ridge, so that you would be not easy to tell that that's where I started or that's where I ended. So what I actually ended up doing was the Kitchener stitch. And the Kitchener stitch is a closure that I do a lot of times on socks or on the crown of a hat. And that's because I like it because it really does look like it's seamless and that you just continued on from one portion to another. All right. But I wasn't certain whether this would work in a tube fashion because for my cowl, I had 120 stitches around. So I thought, you know what? I think it'll work. Let me just try it and see. And sure enough, it did. All right. So the Kitchener stitch, I have previously done a video to explain how to do it and how I do closures on some of the beanies that I make when I knit them. Like I said, most of the time people do this stitch when they are closing up socks, but I just happen to like it for the beanies, and that's why I use it instead of doing a kind of draw technique for the top remaining stitches. All right. So now, in order to do it for a tube, you have to kind of in your head understand what you're doing and how to properly set it up. Okay. So what I did was I ended up with 2.5 yards from my beginning cast on edge because I undid the cast on so that I would free up live stitches. When I did that, I ended up with the 2.5 yards. So I decided to go ahead and use that yarn as the yarn that I was going to use to join the beginning of the cowl to the end of the cowl. Okay. So I set it up so that that portion was considered my back needle. And then the portion where I actually ended knitting my cowl was considered my front needle. So I only took one end of each of those needles. So I had 2 circular needles. One circular needle had my beginning stitches that were from the cast on, and then my other circular needle had my end stitches where I had just completed the last stripe. And just holding one needle from each one together, I then began the setup for the Kitchener stitch with putting that needle in the back, okay? And then my front needle was my last stripe, okay? So then in doing that, I did that initial setup that you will see if you follow my video for Kitchener stitch. And then I went ahead and started to take off my stitches as I was doing the Kitchener stitch sequences. It is not hard to do once you get into a rhythm. It can be a little confusing as you start. So I would suggest get something that's a sample of 2 different knit pieces, and practice with it so that you understand exactly what you are doing when you're doing the Kitchener stitch. And the reason I say that is because for this cowl, there were 120 stitches. The other thing that I would say for this, because I had so many stitches, I really needed to make sure that I wasn't taking the stitches off and making it too loose or too tight, because with that many stitches, it's very difficult to go back and make adjustments. Okay, so that way you won't have holes or too tight of stitches in your seam that you are making. But I am very, very pleased with it. I love the way it turned out. And I do think that the Kitchener stitch was the best choice for me to bind off this particular cowl and to put it together. All right. It does take a while to do it. You have to have patience, but you know what? It's doable. So now let's take a look in real time at my beautiful cowl. This is it here. And I love the way it came out. All right. So let's flip it over to the other side. And here's the other side, right? So now, can you guys tell where I bound off? If you can, that's great. If you can't, that's great too. All right. Okay, so I actually bounded off between these 2 colors right here. Okay, between these 2 colors. And maybe you can tell, maybe not, but I really do like the way it ended up. I'm very pleased with it. And again, it's not easy to tell, and that's what I wanted. Okay. All right. So beautiful. I love the colors, and I am ready for the cooler weather so that I can wear it. It'll be sitting nice and a nice spot for me and ready and available. And we'll see what else I come up with for the winter season. All right. So thank you so much, Pricilla, for suggesting that we do this beautiful series. It's been a lot of fun, and I look forward to more projects that are inspiring. Okay. So now I have other people that are doing the series along with us. So let me chat and share it with you as well. So the series I'm talking about is not only the Pickle Jar series, but also Socks, Not Socks. Yes, Socks Not Socks is an awesome series that Priscilla and I came up with as a way for us to use up our sock yarn and create beautiful items that are just not socks. So you can do lots of things with your yarn if you think about it in different ways, and you can find just beautiful items that you can make, whether they're small items or large items. The sky's the limit. Just be creative and grab your hooks or needles or whatever you need for your yarn crafts and just get to working and be inspired. So the people that I am referring to that are currently working on items in this challenge are none other than Pamela over at Pamela's Crochet and Knit Corner. Pamela is a crocheter that, in her words, just knits a bit, but she is just phenomenal. She does very beautiful work, and I just love her work. So please go and check her out. She is posting a lot of her work on her community tab, but she also has beautiful content. So please go and check her out. Okay. Next is the beautiful Dana over at Creatively Created Crochet. Dana is also phenomenal and multi-talented. She likes doing a lot of different crafts, but for this particular series, she is doing a beautiful crocheted lace scarf, and it is just awesome. She has been doing a lot of it working on her craft hour. So please go check out her channel, subscribe, hit the notification bell to all so that whenever she uploads, you'll be able to check it out and check out some of her other content as well. Next, we have the beautiful Z over at Zelda NRJ3. Z is just awesome. She has just beautiful inspiration and she comes up with awesome projects and just really, really creative. And she's not afraid to think outside the box when it comes to using up your various yarns. So I am sure that you guys will be inspired to create something beautiful. All right. So please go and check her out. She is doing a short series and she is working on a beautiful crocheted cowl, and it is just awesome. The yarns that she has chosen are from her stash and they're just awesome. All right. And I forgot to say that Pamela is working on a knit bias scarf, and she purchased a beautiful pickle jar from Aberdeen's Wool and Tangled Poets. Okay, so I did forget to say that. Um, let's see. Who else is working on something? I think I am leaving somebody out, and I don't want to do that. Well, it is escaping me right now, but I do believe that there are some other content creators that are doing beautiful projects, and I don't really want to leave anybody out. So I will have to do it in the next video because it's escaping me right now. But I want to encourage any of you guys, please send in photos to either myself, where my email will be in the description box below, or Priscilla at Distinctively Handcrafted. And I can put her email also in the description box below so that you can send it to either one of us, and we'll be happy to share your beautiful inspired makes. Okay. All right. So yeah, I still haven't thought of the other content creator who is making something on this particular series right now. And so I do apologize. It is just escaping me right now. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the puzzle solution for the last video that included a puzzle. And this is what I came up with. And this is the puzzle for today. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos, for giving me a thumbs up, for leaving me very kind comments. I really do appreciate it. Also, thank you for doing the puzzles. I really do enjoy doing puzzles. They are very good mindful activities, and it's something to just keep us stimulated and keep our minds working, active, and exercising. So yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. So I have more things that I'm going to be working on. Just because I finished my beautiful cowl doesn't mean I'm going to stop. So just stay tuned for more inspired makes and check out all of the content creators that I have mentioned today. All right. So I want each and every one of you guys to do everything you can to be mindful, do everything you can to be at your best health, and by all means, guys, continue to be crafty every day. Share your gifts, be inspired, and be inspiring. I look forward to seeing you again soon in my next video or one of yours. Bye-bye now.